Hey guys, hope you all are doing well. We had a meeting today, so I want to give you the latest bit of information that I got from our athletic director today, Ms. Parks. Where we are standing right now, we're in a summer recess spot, which means we are allowed to begin conditioning, basically conditioning only, for the first 2 weeks, starting Monday, August 3rd, and that'll run through August 17th. Our hands are tied in terms of what time we can do it because there's a whole process to this, which I'll get to in a second. But it probably most likely be in the mornings. It's optional. Again, it's conditioning only. You guys can be conditioning on your own, but I think it might be a decent idea to start getting some of you guys together just to get some camaraderie going. But I'm going to put a time in probably for 2 or 3 days on the week of August 3rd. And then 2 or 3 days the week after that, and that would get us through phase 1. It's important to know though, if you miss phase 1 and we go to phase 2 for the summer recess, you'll be back to phase 1. Okay, you don't have to make every practice, but I believe if you miss that first week, when you come the second week, you're still in week 1 and everybody else will be in week 2. So understand that. We could work with it, no big deal, we're conditioning only. And then we would move to phase 2 for the August 18th up to the, the 28th or so, somewhere in that range. And then once that happens, we are going to have a stoppage from NJSIAA. They're going to tell everybody to shut down from the 29th till September 14th. And then officially we'll begin September 14th. Okay, that'll be our camp that would usually open August 17th. Okay, we have 2 weeks of training camp there, from the 14th to the 28th, I believe it is, and then we start games around August 1st. Modified schedule. We'll get all into that later. But what you need to know right now, if you are going to partake in the conditioning on August 3rd through the 28th, at minimum, okay, you don't have to have your whole physical in. But at minimum, if you go to the to Hamilton website and go to the athletics portal at the top, you click on the athletic portal. It'll bring you to, it'll say web portal or schedule. Go to the web portal, click on that, and up top it'll have some information up there. Hit sports, forms, and physicals. Okay, where you get all the physical paperwork and forms. What you have to turn in, and you really got to get this in ASAP, and you could do it by via a scan, print it out, take a picture of it, send it to Ms. Parks. It doesn't have to be physically turned in. It's only 4 questions. You got to get the COVID-19 questionnaire in. There's 4 questions, yes or no. If you happen to answer yes to any of those, the school's going to contact you and tell you that you need to get your doctor's permission to participate. Okay? As well as getting that turned in as soon as you can. Right underneath of that, there's a COVID-19 daily screening paper that you have to bring with you each and every day, because the process for the summer recess is, first off, that questionnaire has to be turned in. That's a one-time deal. Turn that in, and if you answer no to everything, you'll be fine to practice as long as your daily screening goes through properly. Okay, then, so when you get there, and when we get a little closer, I think Ms. Parks is supposed to put some information out, or I'll get to you guys, but there's just going to be a way to drop off and all that stuff. And you're going to bring with you on drop off your daily screening paper. And they're going to take your temperature before you get out of your car. They'll look at your screening paper, they'll take it, write down information on it, you'll get out, you'll join the team as long as everything goes well. Okay? Parents, you're not permitted to stay at all. You'll drop and go. If you are parking, if you have your license and you're going to drive to practice, that's fine. You can do that. You'll park. I guess after they screen you, you'll park and you'll join practice. Okay, there are some strange rules and some different rules right now, but we'll be told what time we can practice. At maximum, it's an hour and a half. You'll also be told what time to get there, so that for your screening process. So if our practice is at 8, they might tell 10 of you or 20 of you to get there at 7:15. Other people to get there at 7:30, whatever the case may be. You'll be told about that, but that's something else we're dealing with. Masks must be worn. during the whole process of screening. Once you're through screening and we get together as a group, we'll talk about when we can take the masks off for practicing as we're running. Okay, again, this whole process, this first August 3rd through the 28th, is really strictly conditioning, which you can do on your own, and that's fine. And for those of you that can make the times that are out there, hopefully we could put something together for you guys to do. But if you can't make it, this won't be held against you in terms of the team when we do our picking our teams. That process starts September 14th. All right. Also, make sure you continue to get your paperwork in for your physicals and the packet. All right. There was some confusion early on. We were told that at first we were going to be able to go back to August of 18th. Now we're told that our school doctor hasn't signed off on that, so we're back to August of 19th. I do have a new list of valid physicals, so if you're unsure, contact me and I'll let you know. So the physical now doesn't need to be turned in to do the summer workouts, okay? There hasn't been a date yet that it's been put out there, when does all your physical paperwork have to be in. I would try to get it in before school starts at minimum. As soon as you can is best. If you wait too long, you might not be able to get to that September 14th, by the time the doctor clears you and everything else. All right, there are some big changes for this year. Everything's still up in the air. It could still change at any moment. But for right now, where it stands, I'm going to contact Ms. Parks, try to throw a couple dates out there for August 3rd. She may say these are good, you can't do these days because there's only 2 people doing the screenings. So they can't have 6 teams show up at one time, at 8 o'clock in the morning and try to screen everybody. It's going to be staggered. Then we also have the heat acclimation to deal with. So they're trying to get us in the morning. They really don't want to do anything in the afternoon right now because it's been so hot. If we get together once or twice each week, that's great. And what's going to look like when we get together, I actually got to put together groups of 10, what are called pods. And you'll stick with that group of 10 for the first 2 weeks. And then after you go through the first 2 weeks, which is phase 1, we can open it up a little bit and our groups can become a little bit bigger. Okay? But just for your purposes right now, what you need to know, get in the COVID questionnaire to the school. Again, you can print that out, fill it out, take a picture of it, send it to the school, scan it, send it to the school, bring it physically to the school. But that needs to be put in so that you're on the list so we know that you want to participate. Because right now, if you don't have any paperwork in, I really don't know. I can't put you in a pod because we don't know who's participating at this point. So make sure you get that in. If you've turned in your physical paperwork, you still have to do the COVID-19 question form, but I do have your name on the list as being ready to go. Okay? I'll get back in touch with you guys as to what we're given in terms of the week of August 3rd. I'm asking for Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, I believe. I'm trying to get it in the morning. I know football's going at 7 a.m. Some of the kids got to get there at 6:15 to start getting signed in. If you can make it, great. If you can't make it, again, nothing's being held against you at this point. We're just trying to put some stuff together for those students that want to get some training in with other guys. And really, honestly, guys, all we're going to be doing is conditioning, okay? Which, if you're conditioning on your own or in club conditioning, that's fine, all right? If you haven't started conditioning, it's not too late. You can still, get outside early. Put some cones up or whatever you got, socks or whatever. Just do some sprints back and forth. I told you, just Google some soccer training stuff. There's a ton of stuff that'll pop up that you can use. All right. So we're hoping everything goes well. Right now we're on track to at least have some games. But everything, as we talked about before, things can change once whatever happens in the near future. Reach out to me. You guys have the Remind. You can send me reminds on there. I will probably put a link to the COVID-19 questionnaire as well as a link to the daily screenings on there so that you can find them easier if you have trouble navigating the site. All right, guys. Otherwise, keep plugging away. All right, have some faith and be ready. Be ready to go, because if everything goes through, we got it. We're only gonna have 2 weeks once September 14th rolls around to get ourselves squared and ready to go for competition. All right. If I have anything else, I'll put together some more videos and send them to you. If I'm missing anything here. All right, guys, stay well and keep in shape.